fellow listeners today. If you didn't know who I am Gavin Katigar, a customs administration student from the DMMA College of Southern Philippines. For today's podcast, I will share the process of entrance and clearance of vessels engaged in foreign trade. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button for this podcast. So let's start. Understanding the procedure in entrance and clearance of vessels is important as a customs administration student for us to become customs broker. It is important because number one, it is our role as a customs administration student. We aspire to become a customs broker because one of the future jobs of customs broker is to be a customs officer. So what is customs officer? Based on the CMTA Title 7 Chapter 2 Section 1202, control over customs officer over boarding or leaving of incoming vessels and over vessels approaching the former. A customs officer is in charge of the boarding and the leaving vessels. So, if you don't know the procedure, then you are not qualified as a customs officer. Number two, you can facilitate trade efficiently and effectively. You can avoid the delays or procedures during the shipment. And number three, to avoid smuggling and entry of contraband. If you already understand or know the process, you can avoid the smuggling in the bureau, especially if you work as a customs officer. Upon entrance of vessels at the port of entry in the Philippines, the basic principles we need to observe are the following. Number 1, in the CMTA Title 7, Chapter 2, Section 1201, vessels and aircrafts engaged in foreign trade shall visit designated ports of entry only except as otherwise specially allowed by law. Number 2, Section 1202, control of customs officer over boarding or leaving of incoming vessels and other vessels approaching the former. Number 3, Section 1212, entrance of vessels through necessity, when a vessel from a foreign port is compelled by stress of weather or other necessity to put into any other port than that of its destination, the master within 24 hours after its arrival shall make a protest under oath setting forth the causes of circumstances of such necessity. The following documents to be produced upon entry of a vessel can be found and listed in the CMTA Title 7, Chapter 2, Section 1203. Documents to be produced by the master upon entry of vessel. Unloading and loading of cargoes are important in transferring the cargo either into other vessels or in ports, but we need to consider the following rules and regulations. According to the CMTA Title 7, Chapter 2, Section 1211, unloading of cargoes from vessel or aircraft from a foreign port during official non-working hours shall be allowed, subject to the payment of service fees by shipping line airlines or rather interested parties at rates prescribed by the Commissioner. In CMTA Title 7, Chapter 2, Section 1213, unloading of vessels in port from necessity. If a situation arises where the unloading of a vessel is required pending sojourn in port, the district collector shall, upon sufficient proof of the necessity, grant a permit and therefore the goods shall be unloaded and stored under the supervision of customs officers. The procedure of the clearance of vessels in foreign port. Before the clearance should be granted to any vessels bound to a foreign port, the master or the agent therefore shall present to the district collector the following properly authenticated documents mentioned in CMTA Section 1215. In CMTA Section 1217, Oath of Master of Departing Vessels. In this section, it is mentioned the important rules and regulations to be observed by the master of the departing vessel. The rules and regulations in port operation affect the profession of customs broker. Ports serve as battlefields of the customs brokers. They are trained and studied lots of laws in order to adhere and to follow important rules and regulations. Unequipped and untrained customs brokers will experience difficulties and delays in processing the documents. That's it, guys. I am hoping that you have learned today's podcast about the process of entrance and clearance of vessels engaged in foreign trade. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and ring that bell for you to be notified of my future podcast. See you in my next video. Ciao!